We are going to turn this over to our first entertainer here today. This gentleman probably needs no introduction, but we will give him his due and his accolades anyway. He is known across the city, born and raised in Medicine Hat. He has the ability to entertain anyone, anywhere, anytime. We're putting the pressure on him there. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Derek Hintz.
Howdy, folks.
Thanks, guys.
I'm really happy to be here today. Means a lot to me. This has been a really tough year, so to be able to come and play music, which is something I don't get to do very often for you know, the select few here and all you out there. I'm really happy to do that. I got a couple songs here for you. I'm going to start this off with the song I wrote about one of my heroes and probably one of the most influential men I've had in my life, and my grandfather who's passed on now, and he was one of the most open and genuine, understanding, forgiving men I've ever seen to come across, and he's an inspiration to me. I try to be like him more and more every day. This is a song I wrote for my grandfather shortly after my grandmother passed away. And it's a story about his life and some of his horses. This is a song called Some of My Horses. Old man sitting in his chair, watching TV in his underwear. Well, his arms don't work, he ain't got no hair, and now he's living all alone. Thinking about the times we'd had working on the farm for his mom and dad. Got up on a horse when he was just a young lad, in the pastures he would roam. Then he said, grace was one and steel was another. Well, he left home to be a real cowboy, the kind of life to separate the men from the boys. Never once thought he made the wrong choice, he was happiest on a horse. Well, a rough and tumble kind of life, a little weeks after darkened up at first light. Working on the prairie just seemed so right, Steve by his side, of course. And he said, ghost was one and Scotty was another. Well, he rode into town one summer day for something to eat and to watch a parade. A pretty gal on the float, she give him a wave, and he tipped his hat and smiled. Well, he rode on down past the old hotel, tied his horse up at the old corral, ran over to the floats and, would you be my gal? And they walked on down the aisle. And he said, Snip was one and midnight was another. Well, there's no more cowboy hats to wear. His horse now is a self-lift chair. His wife is gone to live upstairs. He's left alone to think about the horses in his life, his family and his loving wife, and crossing to the other side, his life gone in a blink. And he said, Tops was one and Chief was another. And he said, Tops was one, but Chief, he was my favorite. from my granddad. Thank you very much, folks. Last year was incredibly tough. I lost some really good pals last year, and you know, it's hard to deal with, and everyone deals with it on their own way, in their own way. My way is to write a song, and last year I wrote a song, you know, after, you know, a few people had moved on, and I'm sorry it hasn't been more available. I am a slow mover when it comes to my music, and but that said, this is a song I wrote about the need to reach out. If you notice someone that's struggling in life, and you don't seem to reach out to them, you know, I know it's hard to reach out to certain people. They might be more of an issue than you want to deal with. That's the kind of thing that you kind of got to put past, and you gotta fight for those people. And the people that are struggling themselves really need to step forward and you know, put that foot through the door and reach out to people, reach out for help. It's the time is now to really jump on board here, and you're more valuable than you think. This is a song I wrote, though. It's a song I wrote called Tougher Than You Know. Well, you'll be tougher than you think, boys, tougher than you know. If you just reach out and talk to someone, tell them how you're feeling low. You don't have to be the tough guy fighting demons all alone. So don't be too proud to ask for help, and you'll be tougher than you know. A good job, good life, and a pretty little wife. Got a dog, nice home, and it seems alright. But it ain't alright, 'cause the devil's in town. He got into your head, he's messing around. The warning bells are ringing out loud, but you can't hear nothing 'cause you're stuck in a cloud. You think to yourself, well, you'll be leaving now. Well, so long, my friends and family, I love you, but I won't be back again. And you'll be tougher than you think, boys, tougher than you know. If you just reach out and talk to someone, tell them how you're feeling low. Well, you don't have to be the tough guy fighting demons all alone. So don't be too proud to ask for help, and you'll be tougher than you know. So you like a good time, 2 drinks at a time, and every other day you're out walking the lines till the shit adds up and you're stuck in a fog, running out of money and you're feeling like a dog. Just know you ain't alone, so many been here before. Now you don't have to be up knocking heaven's door. Sorry to say, well, I've been here before. Well, so long, farewell, dear friend. We love you until we meet again. And you'll be tougher than you think, boys, tougher than you know. If you just reach out and talk to someone, tell them how you're feeling low. Well, you don't have to be the tough guy fighting demons all alone. So don't be too proud to ask for help, and you'll be tougher than you know. I think it's time we put our differences behind and maybe be a little kinder.
your head feels like it will explode, but you still gotta carry out the family load. Putting food on the table, shoes on your feet, got a smile on your face, you ain't skipping a beat. My, oh my, you sure fooled me, but I really wish you didn't, 'cause I'm drowning in grief. Inside I'm broken, I'm lost, I'm gone. Think it's time I reached out to someone. And you'll be tougher than you think, boys, tougher than you know, if you just reach out and talk to someone. Tell them how you're feeling low. Well, you don't have to be the tough guy fighting demons all alone. So don't be too proud to ask for help, and you'll be tougher than you know. So don't be too proud to ask for help. It could be tougher than you know.
Thank you very much.
Derek Hintz, everybody. Derek, thanks for joining us today. I love the song. I love the song. Tell us about that song. Written for any reason in particular?
Well, that song was definitely written in response to some very good friends passing away, and you know, unfortunately it didn't stop after that, and you know, it could be a real long song, but it had to stop somewhere, and hopefully it sends a message, you know, just to that. If it reaches one person, you know, one or two people, it doesn't really matter. Anything can help at this point, right?
That's exactly right. Songs, messages, whether it's speaking or presenting, really it's an audience of one, isn't it? At the end of the day, if you get to massive amounts of people, that's spectacular. If you hit the right person at the right time, that is truly the whole purpose of sharing a message, whether it is in song or in a speech. So great, and you'll be back with us later again today as well. Yep. I look forward to that. Derek Hintz, everybody. Didn't disappoint, yes? We got some clapping in the room, this is great.